Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, then welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm fairly new to making content again. If you go through my videos, you'll see I have years and years and years of videos. You can actually watch me or listen to me go through puberty on YouTube. You can hear my voice change and kind of follow me through growing up on YouTube. I stopped about 10 years ago, kind of when I really started getting into high school and started dating women, and all those different priorities took over making nerdy YouTube videos, and my content isn't as nerdy anymore. My profession now is still fairly nerdy, so I haven't lost that aspect of myself, but I really enjoy stuff like this now, like this CRF250R right here. And so my YouTube channel is turning into dirt bike, kind of car content. I've got a off frame here, a Fiesta ST that's slightly built, that's a ton of fun. Behind me is my 2023 Ford Bronco two-door Sasquatch with a 6-speed manual. Well, technically it's a 7-speed manual, but the 7th speed is a crawler gear. So it's 6 speeds, but technically 7-speed. So I'm going to be making some content with the Fiesta, with the Bronco, obviously with the Honda. I got a Stark Varg coming in soon that I'm making a ton of content with. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. And anyways, for today's video, what we're going to be doing is I got off work recently. I work remotely, so I basically left my room, came to the garage, and now we're here. And what I've decided to do tonight is we're going to change the oil on this CRF. This is the bike's second oil change. I actually purchased this motorcycle used. When I purchased it, it had about 3 hours on it, and the oil had already been changed once. And so I've put another 3 to 4 hours on it, but pretty hard hours, especially when I took it to the Glamis Sand Dunes. I was 5th gear pinned almost the entire time, and so when we pull the oil out of this, we're gonna put a little bit in a container and really inspect it with a light, see if there's any metal shavings or anything. Hopefully there's nothing there. The entire time I've owned the bike, I've been running VP Racing T4 fuel in it, which the reason I'm doing that is especially for Glamis, with how hard you're running, especially at a 250. I wanted to make sure that I kept my detonation low, my ping was as low as could be, and the higher octane ethanol-free fuel burns a lot better than the 91 octane ethanol that we get in California. We can no longer buy ethanol-free. We cannot get anything higher than 91 at the pump, and that's kind of why I decided to run T4. And as long as I have the money, I'm going to continue to run T4, just because I think it's for these race bikes, it's not a bad idea. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I had to get the bike off the stand to get to these bolts down here to get the skid plate off. And it is not a 10 millimeter. Let's see if it's an 8 millimeter. Okay, is it an 8? We're gonna find out. Yep. There's 2 bolts. And this should just come off. Yep. There we go. Got a little bit of grass in there. Okay, and there is my oil drain bolt, and they marked on here something. Okay, we've got some soapy water here. We're going to do just a bit of a waterless wash. I like a nice clean working area. Okay. Okay, so now that we've got the skid plate off, we're going to get the stand back in place, get the motorcycle back on the stand, make sure the oil drain bolt is visible through the center hole in the stand, and then we'll be ready to drain the oil. Get that in place. Okay, I think that's about where I want it. Let's check here. Yep, I nailed it. Okay, so this might work out kind of well. I was really hoping that my oil drain pan would fit in the stand, and it's actually fitting in between the cross sections here. I think this is gonna work out perfectly. Like, could not be any better, honestly. Look at that. Almost like it was made for this. And I've owned this thing for years, so that's perfect. So we got the vent cap popped. Let's undo the main. Put that over here. Let's make sure the cap's nice and tight, yep. All right, I think we're ready to crack that drain plug. Okay, so we've got 8mm Allen key right here. And then what we're also gonna do is on the motor, we're gonna crack the drain fill plug so that way there's no negative pressure in the motor and the oil can easily flow out. So for now, because I'm not quite ready, I'm just gonna leave that there. But before I undo that bolt, I'm gonna pull that out, set it somewhere. First, let me remove that drain plug. Oops. I'm gonna set that right there. Now let's get under here. Oops. Let's make sure. It's not working. Okay. I'm actually going to remove the extension on here so I don't hit this thing. It's definitely on there. Come on, baby. You know, I might put that extension back on, get a little more leverage. She's on there. I might need to switch to a bigger drive. Okay, we went up a size in our drive. Whoops. There we go. There we go. Love that sound. And let's take this off so we can just do it by hand. And the drain is undone, yep. And there we go. I'm gonna grab my bottle. So I want to collect a bit of this oil to inspect it. Okay. Get a rag. Got a little bit on the stand there. Clean. We are draining. So what I'm going to do, while that is draining, is let's take my flashlight and let's have a peek at some of the oil I collected in the Gatorade bottle. See if we see any metal flakes, anything alarming. So you see those flakes there? I don't think that should necessarily be in the oil. So it's good that we're changing it. Probably sent her a little bit too hard at Glamis, but I hope the motor's okay. There's definitely something shiny in there. Okay, so I've got the motorcycle rocked over to its side a little bit. This is going to be leaned to the right side, just to make sure I get every last drop of oil out. We're going to come back over, go to the left a little bit. Okay, I had to switch over to the trusty iPhone as all my Sony batteries died on me. So we're now going to do the oil filter. This is an 8mm if anyone's curious. We'll set that right there. We'll put these back in the engine for the time being. Okay. And then we're going to tip the bike over a little bit. Let's move this out. Move the camera back a little bit. Move this back. I really lean this thing over. And drop the bike. Like that. Good thing that cabinet saved me. We got it all out of there. Do that one more time. Okay. Let's grab a shop towel. Oops. Clean that out in there. Let's grab the spring. It's really raining out there. Okay, that's nice and clean. I'm going to set the spring right there. Good. I've got the new oil here with me. GN4 10W30. I'm going to pop this open. Okay. Now, I've always heard that you put just a dab of clean oil in the new filter, just so when the bike fires, it's got the littlest bit of, get some oil around that seal right there, like that. And another thing to look for is just to make sure that, just looking here, there's a oil passage port, and you want to make sure you get that lined up. Oops. Take your screws out that you put in there. Why does that not seem to line up to me? Ah, there's multiple ports. I see. Okay. We're gonna get these hand tight. Don't you just love thinking people did something wrong and it's just your own stupidity? This is by no means a tutorial video. Please keep that in mind. As you can see, I've already lost my 8mm. It was just here. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. And snug a little bit each side so we're not putting too much pressure on one side of the O-ring. And then I'm gonna go grab my manual and see what the torque spec is for this and the bottom bolt. So that's just hand snug for now. Let's make sure to put the cap back on the oil, because knowing me, I'll knock that over with my foot and spill all my brand new oil. I have done that before. Probably will happen again. Okay, so I believe this is to be torqued to 12 Newton meters, according to the manual. So we're going to set our torque wrench to 12. Okay, that's 12 Newton meters. Let's torque this. I don't like how tight that's getting without torquing. Okay, so the main drain bolt calls for a little bit of oil to be added to the thread. So I'm gonna get a little oil on my fingers here. To the thread in the washer. So now that's got some oil on it. I'm gonna put that back in. Okay. There we go. Just snug this up. Okay. I'm gonna check the torque value. Okay. So the main bolt calls for 23 Newton meters, which I can only go to 20. Go a little bit past. Okay. Okay, so I really like this oil fill funnel. It's got this cool valve here that you can undo to start the flow, close it in to restrict the flow. You've got caps here, so when you're done, you can cap off the oil so it doesn't leak at all, because you always have a little bit of residual, in the tube itself. And overall, it's just really trick, and it's got really nice indicator marks here. And so yeah, so we gotta make sure it's closed. We're gonna crack our lid here, and we're going to fill this to 1 liter. Right to the almost tippy top. There we go. Gonna undo our cap. I'm gonna set that down. We're gonna undo this bottom cap that I should have done beforehand. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Oh, no. I screwed up. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Oh. Working well. Okay, we're gonna get that guy in there. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Make sure it's all the way in there. We're gonna start our flow. Only spilt a little bit of oil. Not too bad. If I would have taken the cap off prior though, I would have spilt no oil. It's only my second time using this, so you live and learn. Get some of that oil up. So we just did a full liter, and then we're gonna fill it up halfway. So here's 100 milliliters, so I need 1.05 to be full. So we're gonna fill this up just about halfway, check the oil level, see where we're at. Okay, we're gonna close that back off for now. We're gonna take this and we're gonna stand up for this. Or not, maybe, let's see. Oh, okay, a little much. I'm not gonna let all of this out because I overfilled it a little bit. Okay. Cap that. That. Okay, we're gonna put this aside. Cap this for now. Make sure there's no. Okay, we're gonna get the bike level. Shake it up a little bit. Let's walk over. And we're gonna check our, fuck. That's not the bike. Oh yeah, we look full. I don't think I want to add any more. Cool. I'm going to cinch that down all the way. All right. That was a successful oil change.